Hi friends, it's Deanna Willison with our Blooming Catholic Life, and surprise, I have something a little fun today. I wasn't sure what day of the week in our cycle to share this, so one of our friends on X, formerly known as Twitter, her name is Jemima Tyger. I feel like that's not her real name, but she has decided to do a book review for us. So we've covered before The Little Office of Baltimore. She has covered... No, I'm trying to find it. She has covered a different book, a prayer book on it. Let me see. Oh, goodness. I thought I'd find it so easy, and now I look down and it's lost. Give me a minute. Oh, here it is. It says guest post by a bookaholic. It's really funny. It's a comparison between the Baltimore Book of Prayers, the Benedictus Book Edition, and the Little Office of Baltimore, which is published by Tan Books, with additional pros and cons of each book. It's a thread on X. It says, The Little Office is a perfect prayer book for the laity who wish to pray the traditional liturgical hours with a psalter that has an American flavor. The little hours are short and sweet, and the longer hours, prime and compline, etc., aren't so long that they overwhelm. One could, for example, use prime as morning prayer and compline as night prayer, using the other hours on Sundays or when you feel impelled to give something more. She's paraphrasing from the introduction by the author. There are plenty of liturgical variations, though, and one can easily pray with the church's year. There are offices for saints' days and other liturgical seasons such as Advent and Lent. If you enjoy the Little Office of the Blessed Virgin Mary, but want to pray more closely with the liturgical calendar, then this Psalter is for you. The cons of this Psalter is that it's the hours with no additional devotions. That's where the Baltimore Book of Prayers comes in. The Baltimore Book of Prayers, and she must stress that this is the review of the edition published by Benedictus Books, in parentheses, Sophia Press, and not Tan Books. They are different books. Okay, the Baltimore Book has every basic and popular devotion that the average person needs and then some. Stations of the Cross, yes. Mass propers for throughout the year, yes. Devotions for Mass and the Eucharist, yes and yes. Devotions for confession, prayers for various occasions, morning and evening prayers, devotions to the Sacred Heart, the Blessed Mother, St. Joseph, ... You get the picture. It's all there. The Baltimore Book also includes prime and compline under morning and evening prayers, as well as vespers for Sundays. There's also a section of the book that recommends certain psalms for various feast days and seasons. In short, one could use the Baltimore Book for vespers throughout the year. While it includes the hymns for the various vespers throughout the year, it does not include the various antiphons and collects for confessors, martyrs, etc., although the collects for major feasts are included, as I mentioned before. So what's the difference between the two books in a nutshell? If you want the Little Office with just the Psalms and offices for the year, the Little Office of Baltimore is for you. If you want to have a Swiss Army knife of a prayer book, go for the Baltimore Book of Prayers. Since the Little Office of Baltimore is drawn from the Baltimore Book of Prayers, with some additions to make the little hours work, the addition of collects, and the ease of having everything neatly laid out, you can still get prime and compline in the Baltimore Book of Prayers and get the addition of Mass prayers and other handy devotions. However, the downside of the Baltimore Book of Prayers is that it is completely impractical to carry around. Think of it as a big red dictionary size. The font is also a little small. It's not unreadable, but it's still a little petite. How does Jemima Tyger read it? She has a book stand on an oratory and keeps it propped up on it while she uses it. Now, to her, that's an added bonus. It looks quite stately there, and having it resting on my oratory makes it quite easy to use throughout the day. It's waiting there for me to say my morning prayers, and still there when I go to say my night prayers. There are no ribbons, but there's plenty of space on the margins of the page for you to place plastic tabs, which I have done, so you can easily find your devotions of choice. One more thing she forgot to mention earlier, in the beginning of the book, there's a beautiful liturgical calendar that spans multiple pages. Each month gets a page and is illustrated with major feasts of that month, and it tells you the feasts for each day. The illustrations are delightful and could adorn a medieval prayer book, no problem. If you want to say all the hours every day, go for the Little Office of Baltimore. If you want a wider variety of devotions and Mass readings for Sundays and major feasts of the year, go to the Baltimore Book of Prayers. You'll still get prime, compline, and vespers too. Thank you, Jemima Tyger, for your guest book review of the Baltimore Book of Prayers. Friends, may God bless you and keep you. May make his face to shine upon you, be gracious unto you. May the good Lord bless you. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.